Welcome, everyone, to the Real Whovians Cast, episode 361. I am your host, Matrix Lord 212, and the guy waving his hands around is Matt Edwards.
Just trying to say hello, everybody. What's up?
What's up, Mike D?
Hello.
All right, so everybody's scared to come in the cast now, unless it's on their own show, to reveal some spoilers. Yeah. But I am going to say, big spoiler, the Doctor's a time traveler, and he travels to the box.
No.
Yeah, man. Yeah. He's 2,000 years old, man. It's crazy. All right. Yeah, here's what happened today, okay? I'm getting a lot of heat, not because there was micro spoilers, but because people want me to share the scripts that were leaked. And boy. I absolutely won't do it. And there's a reason why, okay? It was very nice that one of my sources had given me the scripts, and I appreciate it, but it's not for me. It was a gift to me. It was not for me to give out to other people. It was not for me to make a situation worse and do that. So I didn't create the script. So I felt I could not do that. Okay, and people are like, I'm not going to watch it. You have to tell me. And there's no. I'm not insulting anybody, not pissing anybody off by not sending it, but I refuse to do it. Okay, I would not want that done to me. And yes, I'm glad that someone did send it to me, but the situation is dire, and the situation could turn disastrous. While we're all enjoying how awesome these scripts are, just imagine the people that worked on these episodes for months and months and months, for like 10 months out of the year, okay? Giving up time with their families, Moffat writing all this stuff, and imagine that someone from your crew leaks the friggin' thing, okay? This could, honestly, the backlash from this could damage the show severely.
Yes.
Okay? Because I'm going to tell you why. Not only were the scripts leaked, but we all know when they accidentally leaked the finale in the box set, and everybody got to see the box set before the finale even aired of The Name of the Doctor, somehow they stopped everyone from leaking it. We could not find the Name of the Doctor anywhere. Remember, Matt Edwards? I don't know what was given or whatever, or promises made, but there was no way we can get our hands on that. Now, same thing happened
with that.
Same thing happens, but instead of it being in one episode, it's 5, and all day long it happens. There was no blocking. There was no stopping. You could have got it probably half hour ago still.
There were attempts. There were attempts to stop.
There was not baloney. There wasn't enough attempts. Because let me tell you something. People were sending it an hour ago. Okay?
Well, I know Mark Gatiss has been ranting all day on Twitter about it.
And he should.
Rightfully so.
He friggin' should. Because he's amazing, and his episode is amazing, but it's not for me to say it's amazing because I shouldn't have saw it. But you know what?
I'll say this. Look, if I could, and I'm not trying to talk over anybody, but this has been on my mind the more I think about it, and I'm not going to spoil anything by saying this, but I will say this. It goes without saying that the scripts, especially in my view, episode 1 is fantastic. And that episode happens to be Stephen Moffat's episode. Now, for all the backlash we give Stephen Moffat, he deserved to see a script like this, one of his best scripts. I mean, you could tell that a lot of this script was a labor of love.
Yes.
For a new
Just
Doctor.
like Adventure in Space and Time.
And he deserved to add that showcase to a broad audience.
Yes.
after all the crap that people give him about, oh, Stephen Moffat can't write scary stories. Stephen Moffat always brings back companions after killing them off. Stephen Moffat this, Stephen Moffat that. And for him to go and do an absolute tour de force, his chance to prove people wrong has been stolen from him.
But here's
Like,
another thing. It's the freaking BBC.
Yeah.
His employers. They're not taking ownership. You leaked 5 episodes. Give us 5 episodes back. Give him another show. Say you're sorry. You know, but they won't. And that's the sad part. They're how huge is the BBC? Come on.
People are gonna do more laughing at Stephen Moffat saying, "Oh, you let your thing get leaked."
It's not his fault, and it's not Mark Gatiss' fault, and it's not anybody's fault.
When in reality, what we should have done is praise Stephen Moffat for writing a script of this caliber.
Oh my God!
I don't think this fandom praises him enough with a lot of
this podcast is not going to be about spoilers at all. Okay, it's just about basically there is the good with the bad. It's the good where okay, some of us get to see the scripts and oh my God, it's what a joy it is, but it's also the bad because people have the scripts that are taking advantage and are leaking everything from it. I'm talking there's no holds barred, telling you scene by scene. I mean, come on. If I said anything, it was on Doctor Who TV UK. You know, Clockwork George. They said it already. It's like, come on. What did I say?
Well,
you know, I didn't reveal anything that wasn't revealed already, really.
Well, I don't want to talk to Mike D, so if Mike D has anything to add, I'll let him respond to that one.
Yeah, Mike D. What do you think of the situation?
I don't really know too much. I actually was listening and learning between the dialogue you two were having about what went on today.
Yeah, I mean, I may have said little bits and tidbits and stuff, but it's nothing that you really couldn't grasp if you didn't read all the headlines for the past couple of weeks anyway. You know what I'm saying? I mean, come on. They had leaked the 2nd episode already, so that's self-explanatory. The 1st episode, the 3rd episode. Yeah. Except for the thing we talked about on the Doctor Who radio show, but that was just way more.
But you know, I will say this, right? We were all surprised by how it seemed like on the surface they were doing such a good job, because what were we saying prior to this, right? Oh, they've never played their cards this close to the vest anymore, right? We didn't. They were doing so good up to this point, and then for this to happen, dude, you think security was tight this season? Now that this has happened, next year it's gonna be like friggin' Fort Knox walking on set. You know?
It's gonna be worse than the 50th anniversary trying to get out of the classic Doctors. What was going
I know. And it's like now they're gonna have to make like Stephen Moffat already went on record saying that he hates spoilers. He hates having his work being ruined. This man was
I just gotta say this. I gotta say this. Yes, I saw the script Deep Breath. And I gotta say that I was wrong. It is possible for him to write like he used to. Girl in the Fireplace, Blink. I mean, wow. I'm just saying, wow. So, you know what? It's because of Peter Capaldi's performances that even though we know what's going to happen, we want to see him do it. We want to see him, the dialogue. We want to see how he acts as the Doctor. I think that's the most important thing here to be learned. It's one thing to read it. It's another thing to see it in action.
Yeah, it's just like reading a book before
you see the movie. I think that is, I mean, everybody wants Peter Capaldi, so I think that is it's not going to matter. At least I hope it doesn't matter. I hope that the ratings are through the roof, bigger than it's ever been.
Right.
I just hope it doesn't hurt the show. We'll have to wait and see. But no, I won't. I will not at all share any scripts. And don't take offense. Don't get mad. Matrix Lloyd, no. I didn't get it from the set. Someone gave it to me. So I'm not going to share it because if they want to share it, then the person that gave it to me can give it to everybody. But that's not for me to say. And you know what? If I was told, hey, don't talk, if somebody sent me like, Stephen Moffat or Mark Gatiss personally said something, hey, I wouldn't say a word about it.
Yeah.
But
But it's just, to me, it's just so unfair because we give Stephen Moffat so much flack, and he finally gets a chance to prove us wrong and prove
you
the
know what,
doubters
though?
wrong.
On the other side of it, though, you know how much we promote the show? You know how
Yeah.
many Facebook pages we created? Do you know how many
Mhm.
times we were in somebody's living room? Now they can watch our video on their TV. On their
And no,
TV, under a YouTube app. On their TV,
and,
they can watch this podcast right now.
and
And
hopefully
we're
from this
actually a show
podcast they will find
that
out
people
that
watch
it's,
every day.
hopefully from this podcast they find out that it's worth it to go watch it. If there's anything that we can say about the script, it's, yeah, it's good. Make sure you watch it when it airs.
If there was no Doctor Who, there would be no Matrix Lore 212. There would be no... I wouldn't have started doing videos. Because that's what it started out as, Doctor Who videos and speculations and everything else, and then it grew into other things. Because Doctor Who's not on the air all the time. So we were talking about movies and comics and everything else I love to talk about, and horror movies and stuff like that. But, you know, we promote the show more than they could ever do. We do it daily, and if I don't do a show every day, or 3 or 4 shows every day, we got
Right.
one of you guys doing it, Matt's Who Shack. We got the Whovian podcast. We got the Omega File, Omega Files. I mean, we tons of shows that everybody just cares about Doctor Who, man. So
And you know, we do these podcasts, and in between seasons of Doctor Who, there are times when a few of us can get restless, sometimes with
yeah,
nothing to talk about. And sometimes we get a little bit frustrated with the wait, and we just, you know, we artificially make things to talk about, and it kind of stretch it a little thin. But when Doctor Who is on the air, when there's actually legitimate things to talk about, we are brothers, and there is nothing that can separate us because it does bring us together.
like
And
they,
things like this should bring people together. And the important thing is that we're so divided by all of this script leaking thing, because now it's like if I want to talk to Mike Shannon, he's like, you know, don't tell me about this. I don't want to be spoilers. So it's like, oh, I got to be quiet about it. And it's hard, you know what I mean?
yeah,
It's
no
difficult.
problem. Mike D, talk for a second. Yeah, you got the phone call.
I don't know what to say. I was actually just listening to the dialogue, like I said, between the two of you regarding the leaks. I'm still kind of like, I guess, processing what I'm thinking about the ramifications of those leaks might be to the show and
Hmm.
to the BBC or whatnot. So
You know, it's funny because somebody asked me, does this mean that Stephen Moffat should be punished? I'm like, no,
Absolutely not.
because if you think
Well,
about
who-
it,
who is this guy that supposedly leaked them?
See, that's another
His
thing.
name
It's not even known if he actually leaked them or somebody leaked his stuff from a computer or something.
Right.
I don't know. So we don't even know.
Yeah, that's. I'm really waiting to just
Doubt
hear
it.
kind of like what
Yeah.
the real story is with how
But
that came.
you know, here's the thing: people talk about spoilers all the time. As much as they say, "Oh, we don't talk about spoilers," they talk about spoilers on this show. They talk about this. They just all of a sudden, people want to play the field the other side, and they don't want to like. Just how many times have we had podcasts where everybody's talked about spoilers, right? Matt Edwards,
right.
come on. All of a
Yeah.
sudden now we're like holier than now and now talking about spoilers. That's baloney. I'm just saying in general that's baloney. That's baloney. Okay.
I
'Cause,
do,
mean,
I
look at how many episodes-
I do want to say that really, if you wanted to read the script that bad, you shouldn't be mad at us for not sharing it. If you really wanted to
But I
read them,
didn't
you
share
can
it.
find
Though.
it.
See, that's the thing.
You know what I mean?
I didn't share it. I didn't read it. I mean, I said it was great, but I didn't share it. I mean, and I won't share it. And I don't know if you
Right.
shared it. Did you share it?
But I'm just saying, they shouldn't be mad at us for not talking about it. You know,
Who's mad?
those
No, but
people
actually,
that
you know what?
said.
I haven't gotten one thing. I've heard people say, "Oh, Matrix." Well, they didn't say Matrix. Say, "Joe, please don't, please don't." But this was after the podcast was already done, and then they said, "Please don't." If there's going to be any talk about it, I'm going to say spoiler, okay? And then so that way people don't get offended or whatever. Like I said, micro spoilers in my walk today that I said
Plus-
it, and then I did.
Plus, it is your show. At the end of the day, you have the ability to talk about it if you really wanted to talk about it. Nobody
Sure,
can
whatever. I
stop.
mean, the thing is that I'm going to do what I want on my show. Everybody does what they want on their show. I don't
Yeah.
care. And you know what, too? Honestly, I have who I want on my show and who I don't want on my show. It's not. Everybody should be able to. There's more than enough Real Whovians cast in a day sometimes where
Mhm.
many different people could be a part of it.
Oh yeah, we've done
You know what I'm
just
saying?
we've
I
done,
mean,
I've done like 3 podcasts today already on various shows about
I mean,
this.
I'm not saying and I was in two with you. So, I'm not saying like it's just we all gotta get along. That's the
Mhm.
bottom line, and we all just gotta, we could do a million podcasts if people want to work together. If they want to just be in a separate podcast, fine. I'll do like 5 more. I don't care. But ultimately, I heard the complaint that and you could I remember you telling me too, Matt, where it's you're not doing enough Real Whovians
Yeah.
casts. Right, and I've heard that before, and then all of a sudden I do more, and people are like, he's doing too many.
Yeah.
You know what? If I have to do what's
It's
dictated to
not
me,
about-
it gets to be ridiculous. I'm not jealous of anybody. I do what I want on my show, and people do what they want on their show. If people are upset
Mhm.
with me for doing more episodes, then they're jealous. Because then they should do more episodes. Let's stop the foolishness, as my girlfriend would say. I love that catchphrase. Stop the foolishness.
And you know what? I do have to say that to me the biggest shame that comes out of all this is that instead of us all sitting here being united on August 23rd, we are divided on July 7th.
You know what? Here's the thing. If people want to be divided, people will be divided.
No, but
if
it's
people
like,
want to be, you can't force anybody to do anything. Okay?
But I'm like, it's just sad because it should have been where this didn't get leaked and we all saw it at the same time. That way we're all sharing the same emotion of jubilance.
Listen,
But we're not
if
doing
other
that.
people got the script first,
instead we
it would have
gotta,
been a different story.
yeah. That's just the sad thing is that we can't even share it with some of our buddies, They would rather be.
It's like saying,
But
hey, I
that's
put $1
fine,
million in your lap, and let's see if somebody don't spend it.
Yeah.
Okay? You know what I'm saying? It's like, here's $1 million. What are you going to do? Obviously, it's given to you. You're going to do something with it. So, I don't know.
Yeah, and it's just sad because it's not their fault for not wanting to see. It's the BBC's fault for creating this situation where some of us have to take sides on it. And I'll admit that maybe for me reading the scripts, it was just a case of okay, my willpower didn't hold out. But
This isn't about willpower. I wanted to read the scripts.
No, but it went like I'm just saying for me, like I knew it was out there, and I'm like, okay, I should do the right thing. I shouldn't look at it. I shouldn't look at it. I shouldn't look at it. Oh, I gotta look at it. I gotta look at it.
Dude,
it's
somebody
tough,
gave it.
it's
Somebody said something he had it. I'm like, oh, you have it? Give it to me. I said the inbox, and boom, I had it. It didn't load, and then all of a sudden I got it. I read the whole. Just sat here like my mouth open, reading deep breath, and then I said, oh my God, I gotta go out, and then I read the rest later. But there was no decision to be made. It was like, you have it, I want to read it. It's not going to ruin my enjoyment of Doctor Who because I love it so much, but it was just this one instance where I wanted to see it. Yeah, why not? Okay? Everybody's going to see it in 2 weeks anyway because they're going to have – this is what's happened, the funny thing that people don't realize, okay? That people are buying tickets today to see Deep Breath in like 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Okay? So what's the big friggin' deal? Because those people are going to spoil it anyway in 2 weeks. So
right.
What do, Matt Edwards? Like,
and you know it's probably gonna get leaked on YouTube anyway.
And you know what? Whatever was said on my show wasn't hardly bad at all. Come on, if you really watch it, I mean, I mean, it's not like crazy. So,
but
I
just think it's unfortunate that instead of us all seeing it at the same time and sharing the same emotion, we got people who want to, and it's the BBC's fault. It's I
don't know anybody divided amongst our group. Nobody told me, hey, Joe, you stink or something. I'm mad at you. I don't see anybody.
No. I'm just talking about the ones that would rather not read the scripts versus those.
But that's fine. But Matt, that's even better. Because if someone said, hey, I spoke to a few Real Whovians before, and they said, hey, you got the script, do me a favor, don't tell me anything about it. I says, absolutely, I won't. I respect your decision. You know, and if I'm going to do a podcast where I'm going to do spoiling, I will tell them, hey, no, you can't come in because I'm going to discuss it. So I respect everybody's wishes as much as possible, as long as it doesn't interfere with the Real Whovians cast. Certain accommodations can't be made, and certain accommodations can be made. But let's just have fun. It's not a job. You know what I'm saying? There's no rules. With my show, you just have fun. You're supposed to be here and have fun. There's no pressure or stress or whatever. If people want to come in, they come in. If they don't, okay, there's like 100 more that will come in.
I'm just saying that it's kind of like, for me, it's kind of like, you know, knowing the Christmas presents that are hidden in the closet and not telling your kids. It's like, oh, but you want to tell them, but you gotta let them.
Dude, I can have self-control and not tell anybody anything about anything. If they don't want to hear about it, that's fine. But there's plenty of stuff we could talk about. We could review episodes. We could, you know. We, in fact, brought up on the Whovians podcast about the Girl in the Fireplace. You know, me and Jimmy had an interesting talk about that. I thought the podcast was amazing. I thought Jimmy Porter was absolutely amazing with his belief and his views, and I respect it 100,000,000%. Made me look at things differently, and I hope he respected my opinion. And we're going to have a debate on that. We're going to have a nice, long chat about the Girl in the Fireplace, you know, and we're going to get it all out there. Like, I'm talking, like, hours long. This is not going to be your, you know, average 35-minute episode or 40-minute episode of Real Whovians Kids. This is going to be a long. This is going to be a long. And let me tell you something. Tonight is a special night because I'm going to be doing podcasts for very late tonight. It's going to be one of those rare instances where I'm going to be doing tons of podcasts today. The invitation is sent. As long as I can stay up, I will do it till 2 o'clock in the morning. It is 8:36. Allons-y, let's go. Okay? So we're going to have freaking the Real Walking Cast. We're going to have everything show tonight.
This is why we do this. I'm so proud of this group, but now there is no better time. This is why we make videos, for breaking news like this, to talk about this and discuss this. It's
exciting,
so,
right, Mike D? It's exciting when something goes on that you could talk about. Instead of like nothingness, at least you get a piece to the pie, and then you get more pie. It's very exciting because then you speculate on little things that is not the complete picture. You know what I'm saying? Like little tidbits.
I tend to like the shows where we actually do a lot of discussion and break down characters' motivations and like the good or evil or
misunderstood. That will happen tonight. If anybody's ready, the governor, evil or misunderstood, will happen tonight because I don't know if you're in the mood. I'm in the mood. Let's get everybody ready for the Real Walking Cast. We haven't done it in a while.
This is like the perfect open season for that. And you know what, Mike D, I agree with you. And this is why that I wish I was surrounded by more people that had seen the script and wanted to talk about it, because frankly, I want to talk about it because there's a lot of potential for that kind of discussion.
Well, there will be talk about it on some Real Whovians casts, not this one. And there will be no talk about it like this one. Only because there is a format, and I didn't start this particular 361 to spoil the crap out of it. Okay, there may be, and I'm not really going to spoil the crap out of it. I will do speculations like I have this big, you know. It's hard to talk about it, but after reading the script for the 5 episodes, the direction of the show could go freaking anywhere. And if you didn't think that something was significant before, like certain episodes, it's like, OMG, holy moly. That's what I got to say. And things that, you know, we thought were crazy before, we're like, why are you making all these crazy theories and nothing added up? If you thought that Moffat had solved everything in Time and the Doctor, obviously it's leaking into Capaldi because he's going to be bringing up a lot of stuff. A lot that you're not even going to believe. And you're going to be like, whoop. Exactly.
It's like, what were you saying about me not tying up loose ends? Yeah?
Just watch some of the loose ends that was there with the last couple episodes, and you're gonna be like, "Wow, they're explaining that too." He's gonna take his time, and he's gonna just spread it out throughout season 8, season 9, season
Spread
10.
it like jam on a perfectly
You're
baked
gonna,
toast.
and I didn't hear anything about Madame Kavarian, but I'm almost sure you're gonna have something about Madame Kavarian, Donna, and if you don't think Donna would pop up, think again, because all these people that say, "Oh no,"
Careful,
let me tell you something.
Careful.
No. I'm just saying, this is not the 11th Doctor that doesn't look back.
Oh,
He
no.
looks all over the place. This guy looks everywhere. Okay, everywhere. Every time, every space, every companion, he is all over the place. He will insult everybody. Your best friend. You got it. The dialogue is pretty amazing.
Hey,
I gotta say.
hey,
I'm not gonna go into it, but I'm just saying that it's like, the dynamic has changed, like Moffat said, and
yeah,
I can't wait for this.
I'm not gonna go into it either.
That's
but
it.
hey,
That's it.
that episode 2, you know what I'm talking about. Episode 2, you got to
That's
see a
it.
lot of what
That's
that
it.
was capable of.
That's it, man. I'm just
Episode 2.
and it's not really. We talked about the girl in the fireplace in that podcast, the Whovians podcast, and you know what? Wishes granted. Thank you. More to come. Very happy. So we'll see what happens. But other than that, Matt Edwards, thank you very much. Mike D, do you want to say? You got the floor, man. Go nuts.
Not on this one. No, don't have much.
Not on this one.
Yeah, no, I want to. I want to hear a little bit more about what happened with the leaking of the scripts, and
We'll talk off
from
air.
there.
Okay.
And,
Do
I mean, as far
you want to know or no? I'll tell you off air.
As far as the scripts themselves, I don't really care about spoilers. I mean, I'm not like a lot of people that they need to surprise Christmas morning. I'm one of those people, I don't like surprises. So to me, I like to know things. So
Yeah.
All right. Off air. Other than that, guys, thank you for joining us. Take care. Bye for now.